I got fit, so I wanted to reclaim my jawline, shave the mustache. I was like, oh, this is cool. Now I'm entering very slowly, but definitely entering my 4th fat era. So the beard is getting thicker.
I remember.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So you didn't cut weight for the Mr. Beast video?
We're allowed to talk about that?
Well, I'd talk about that. I've mentioned it a few times. I've lost 10 pounds, so I'm slightly less fat for the video.
You lost 10 pounds. What'd you do?
I stopped.
You cut
snacks.
5 almonds before bed.
Actually, the nuts are the biggest cut. It grew from 6 to 8 to 14. Like, all right, no bowl, just whatever fits in my hand. I
mean, I can't not snack. I can't not love food. I've been dialed in before, not to the level that you are, that Kyle has been, but like, whenever I get to that dialed in, I'm like, this is no way to exist. There's no way to exist. I wish I were just super athletic black man or Chinese man that gets super great results without really dedicating themselves to the eating. You know what I mean? This fucking shitty Jewish body, it's already shaped weird. You know what I'm working with here? It's tall, it's big and tall. That's cool. But that just makes my dick look smaller next to my thighs. There's always a cost.
When you're at your fittest, there's no way to exist. My dumb ass goes the other way. I'm like, this is the permanent me. You know what? I'll never wear those pants again, I'm sure. I'll never need my fat clothes from here to eternity. I'm going to be fit Woody. And then it's like one cupcake wouldn't change that, right? That's where
I know I'm that same too.
It's a dangerous road.
I am that. I am like, oh, it's so easy if I'm already here. Let's just not fuck up again. Let's not sit down and play video games for 3 months while eating delivery. Let's not do that again. That's a consistent amount of fucking up. And then I start to think about counting calories of, do you know how much work I put in to get fucking fat over COVID? You have to put in a lot of work though. You wake up, you eat breakfast. Like you eat a breakfast, and shortly after, like 2 hours later, you're eating probably lunch, probably something. And the amount of meals between lunch and dinner that I have,
you got a lupper in there. That's how you get.
There's a lupper, 100%.
Yeah,
I'm good between lunch and dinner. It's between dinner and bed that I go off the rails.
I didn't even get there. That's where it goes crazy. That's where you do some weird shit, like stand up, go to the cupboard, take peanut butter and have like 5 spoons of peanut butter and put it away, and then forget about it. Your body will erase that from your mind. And then you wake up and you're like, why do I have a tit? Yeah, exactly. When you burp or something, you're like, oh,
why do I taste peanut butter?
I did that.
Why are my jeans doing that thing where when you sit down, the waist folds?
That's that. My underwear does that. And I remembered I'm saying entering my fat era, because the snap of me sitting down and my underwear flipping, the waistband flipping down, I was like, oh, it begins.
And then when it doesn't
begins.
The late night snacking is the one that I struggle with the most, right? The between lunch and dinner, it's like, all right, I'll have 4 almonds. Dinner's still 2 hours away. This will help me get there. I ain't eating no 4 almonds at 1 a.m. At 1 a.m. it's like, there's cookies in this pantry. Every one of these motherfuckers living with me is eating cookies, and I'm having almonds. That's not fair.
I bought these cookies.
Dude, when I've had a snack, I don't think I've ever had 4 of anything.
No,
like,
really?
no matter what it is. Like I've
not even slices of pizza. I agree.
Yeah, that's the demon voice in my head late at night. Sometimes it'll be like, you've earned this pizza, and I've done nothing to earn it. But it just says that I've earned it, and then
enjoy
I picture
yourself.
It's hard to do. I get what I'm about to say is almost like it's already just eating healthy. But what I would do is I get those pure protein bars from Amazon. I get like a cookies and cream or a birthday cake. They're like 150 calories.
Me and Taylor don't like birthday cake.
Well, I like peanut butter chocolate too.
Didn't
and
I push you? Didn't I push you on these, Taylor? Wasn't I big that you get it?
But I liked the cookie dough, not the birthday cake.
No, yeah, you tried a birthday cake, and I was like, I can't vouch for that one.
Wasn't my jam.
The trick is to freeze them. The trick is to have them cold because they're little.
And
They're
slow
tiny.
you down.
It slows you
stop
down.
Yeah.
Have you ever eaten 4 or more of those pure protein bars in a single
I've never eaten
night?
more than one in a sitting.
Oh wow, Ladi! Look at the Pope over here. Look at him! Look at him on his ivory throne. Because you know what happens
Holy
if you do
shit.
eat like 4 of those binging?
I would feel incredibly guilty.
Well, that
your shit
but also
changes.
Your shit is like you're like a soft serve machine the next day.
Yeah,
it's just
a lot of fiber.
It's a lot more. It's a lot thicker than a soft serve.
There's no gravity.
You can tell when
it.
that shit's coming out.
Yeah, you have to push it out. You're like the squeeze bottle. There's no gravity letting it fall out. Every shit is squeezed out of you.
Oh.
Yeah, because I've had whole days where, like, my big snack at the end of the day is a ton of popcorn, but I also eat like nonsense before that, and I can almost tell like you're going through
the layers,
like, sedimentary layers, where I'm like, that nice healthy one was dinner and popcorn, and now here comes the Storm Brothers, like
the Cambrian age.
Yeah,
that's
now you need poppers for dessert.
It's just hard. It's hard to snack reasonably.
I liked it.
It is. After I did the taxes, I was just in a like big relief mood, and my wife is like, "Hey, you want a soft pretzel?" And I've got Lord of the Rings in my head. I'm like,
why shouldn't I?
You offer this to me freely? I do not deny that my heart has greatly desired this.
You know what I like about Chinese places, like real Chinese place? If you like something like a particular sauce and you want more of it, they don't always just give it to you because you want it. Even if you want to buy it, they're like, they're like, too much. That's too much for you.
I've mentioned it on the show multiple times, so I won't.
Not good. Not good. Too much for you.
I won't harp on it too much.
I've literally been like, can I buy more sauce? Not good.
This fantastic Chinese place I get through DoorDash on occasion, because that's the only way to get them delivered. On occasion, Kyle, don't you roll your eyes?
Like Mondays and Tuesdays,
weekdays, and I order it. And then they have no option. They do have an option for all the sauces and seasonings if you want the extra chili thing. And I swear to God, every time, they're the only place I order that does this. They call my phone afterward, and this guy's like, "You Taylor, what sauce you want?" And I'm like, I want 4 chili powders, and I want 3 sweet and sours, and I want 2 hot sauces. And he goes, 4 chili powder, 3 sweet and sour, 2 hot sauce. And I'm like, yes. They've never once delivered any of the things. Why even call me? I bought
because it's not good for you. You know, we get judged. And when I was in Amsterdam, I was in the back of a cab, and this guy looks in the rear view and he says to me, "Where are you from?" And I go, I'm American. He goes, "Nah." I go, "Yeah, I'm American." He goes, "I would have never guessed." And I said, "Why do you say that?" And he said, "Because usually Americans' faces are so fucking fat." And I was like, "Whoa." I said, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I can tell Americans because your faces are so fat." He goes, "You have a real thin face for an American." I was like, "I'd never thought of that before." He goes, "Yeah,
you're not wrong."
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have that. See, they go, "You're American, right?" No, I'm just an overeating Canadian. Throw that in the mix. Make them feel a little bad.
That's my bit.
Probably once every 3 months, I pop over to r/rfid, and it's them. One of them is, "I tried a new ice cream flavor today," and it's a bunch of people in the comments being like, "Good for you." And the ice cream, it's a picture of an empty ice cream cup, and this pussy has taken all the cashews out. They picked all the cashews out of their ice cream.
He's eating Rocky Road. There's just a big pile of almonds there.
That might be what it is. I can't even. One of them looks like a cashew. Yeah, it's pathetic. It's like someone needed to say no at some point in these people's lives.
I would get mad if I cooked, specifically that. If I made my homemade meatballs with pork, veal, and beef, and then I had been making a marinara sauce with roasted garlic that I've been making all day, and bought the fancy noodles or even made my own pasta, and then you want some buttered noodles, and you're an adult that's normal functioning adult, get out of here.
It's rude as hell. Like,
leave. Leave. You're not. You were invited to dinner. Okay, not this is not what you're refusing. Basically, no, I wouldn't like that at all.
Yeah, they're like if I went to someone's house and they served something that wasn't my favorite thing, something I even was like, I'm milk toast on this, I'm gonna eat it because I'm gonna be polite and eat it. Like
I'm full Ted Lasso about that.
Unless there's some reason I think it makes me sick, like I don't do peppers very well. If you've got a really pepper food, I'll just find something else to eat. But yeah, I'm with you. I'll suck it up.
There's a Ted Lasso episode where he's like being interviewed by this guy who hates him. Everybody hates him, and he's eating at like some Pakistani guy's restaurant that he had just randomly met, and it was like when he says he's your friend, he means like it's a random meeting. He's like, "You should come by my restaurant someday." He's like, "Well, I think I will," and he does. He just shows up, and he's like, "My father, he used this special Kashmirian peppers for you. Oh, joy! Hope you like a spice." And it's like so spicy that the other guy is like, "Oh, I can't possibly." And he's like, "Well, don't do that. We got to eat it or his daddy's going to feel bad." And he's just like eating like huge amounts of this spicy curry.
Then I'm like Ted Lasso in that situation where you got to eat this or they're going to feel bad. They made you something special. Yeah. Don't insult them. Yeah. Wait, peppers fuck you up, Woody? Like spicy peppers?
Loose stool. That's the impact.
How spicy does it have to be? Like jalapeno spicy? Habanero
see,
spicy?
Here's my confession. I like peppers. So sometimes, I just jump in the lava because I like swimming.
Well, that's not picky. It seems like you're doing it for almost a GI thing.
That's exactly what it is. And sometimes I'll suffer the effects, Well, that's tomorrow Woody's problem.
I like
I've done that. Yeah.
I like pinto beans. Every now and then growing up, my mom would just make a big pot of pinto beans with ham hocks in them. And then I would dice up raw onions, put them in there, and I would put that like Texas Pete sauce. The clear Texas Pete that's got the green peppers? I'd put a bunch of that shit in there. But you're eating a huge bowl of pinto beans. That is the meal.
Fiber.
Yes. So now I only eat that when I'm home alone for a few days. I'm like, pinto time.
Pinto beans are a perfect example. That's one of the things that I can take or leave. Like to me, those are not that flavorful, not that good.
Oh, with the ham
not in my top 10 of anything. Okay. But if someone serves me those pinto beans, at their house, you bet I'm wolfing them down. You bet.